we left the beautiful island of Koh Lipe behind us to go into the next country, Malaysia. At the beach of Koh Lipe you need to go through immigration, whereafter they will give your passport to the person in charge of the boat. Basically making sure you actually leave the country, I guess. Still didn't feel safe having my passport in someone else's hands. We get on the boat and have a peaceful sail towards Langkawi. When arriving in Langkawi you also go through immigration here, which is basically straightforward, just as arriving on an airport. I think this is not an official taxi, but it works. This awesome ride. Thank you. So we arrived now in Langkawi in Malaysia. We're just gonna wait for a few hours because tonight we are already taking a plane to Kuala Lumpur. We're now just gonna do some things like changing money, getting a SIM card, and then just go on. So after that it's just a few hours of waiting and go to the airport, hop on the plane and fly to Kuala Lumpur. As in every big city, shopping malls are present everywhere, but here in Kuala Lumpur it felt like a little different. It seems like there are more shopping malls than I would expect and that people spend a lot of time in here throughout the day. There are a few floors of food in every mall, which seems to be the go-to place for locals to eat. We are now at this massive shopping center Pavilion because I need to buy a new drone. I crashed it in Koh Lipe in the sea. Luckily my insurance covered it, so I got a new one. I can buy a new one without spending too much money. Problem getting a drone without a controller. You only have with controller and with controller. So it's a bit of a disappointment. Because I already have the controller of course, so yeah, I don't really need controller.
Welcome, new girlfriend.
now we have to battle again.
Yep.
Yeah. Who's in first place?
If you need a new drone in Malaysia, go to this uncle.
Hello.
Hello. he's giving us a good price. We're now at the Petronas Twin Towers and they are really massive. It's so high if you look up. Oh my god. Even my neck is hurting how much I have to look up. These big towers can be visited from above, but you need to book in advance and there was no spot available for us before we left the city already. During the evening you can enjoy a little water show though. Today we have a bit of an exciting day because we are getting picked up by a local guide. Actually someone we met in Koh Lipe, where during the diving she offered us to bring us around Malaysia. So we're really looking forward to what she has to bring us. First we're going to do some breakfast and somewhere lunch in between as well. And at 3 o'clock she already has some other plans. So just going to see for the morning and the afternoon what we're going to do. Hi!
Yeah, I just moved here when I finished my college. I started working in KL.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And you were born here?
I'm born here.
A traditional Malay village. Yes, I've been preserved in KL, so they cannot touch this. They cannot do any development in this area. They just want to keep it like the traditional way of a Malay village. So if you want to get like a foods, traditional Malay foods, you can get it in here.
Okay.
If you see the houses, it's like all the traditional old village houses in here. In the middle of KL.
Yeah.
Many years they tried to get the land from the owner, but the owner refused to sell it. Hurry.
Blue rice.
Mana adik tu ada nak buat apa? Ayam tu sama asin dan chicken. Ayam bakar tu, ayam goreng tu, ayam ni daging ay.
So we are now at Putrajaya and we are in this mosque and I have a nice costume. It was really nice of them to show us around Kuala Lumpur, mostly to listen to their stories of how it is to live in Kuala Lumpur and to get a sense of the Malaysian culture.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much.
In the afternoon we visited some more markets and the 3D art museum, playing as kids for funny pictures. Following their advice to visit the parks was also a very nice activity, as these parks are a perfect way to get away from the city chaos for a while. I hope the city preserves these parks for a long time because they are quite beautiful.
So welcome to Dining in the Dark.
Yeah.
Right, our menu is a surprise menu and we will show you the menu after the dinner only. Okay, for inside the dining room, it's totally dark. It's pitch black, as in no lights at all.
Okay.
Okay, inside the dining area, no cell phones and no watches allowed. Anything with lights are not allowed inside.
Okay.
So before you go in, I'm going to warm up your sense of touch.
Okay.
Okay, so try to put back while wearing a blindfold. Ready, table 1, 3, 1, oh.
Even kijken, want het
So that was like really nice actually. Of course I couldn't record inside because everything was dark. It was really pitch black. You couldn't see anything from in front of your eyes. So you really had to feel where the plate is, where your spoon is, where your glass is to drink. So you really feel like you're being on your first day of getting to know how to eat. So I gained a lot of respect for people that are blind because eating is very hard if you can't see. So it was a really nice experience. I'm not going to tell you what we've eaten. We get the menu afterwards and to see what we've actually eaten. But of course I'm gonna keep that a secret for the restaurants. All the locations are in the video description. While we move on to the next country by bus, because it's cheaper than flying. That can only be one country, Singapore. It was a long ride because especially the Singapore border took a long time. Thereafter, go to the ATM and went by metro, where you can use your own debit card to pay, to our sleeping pod hostel.
So for your soup here.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, for the bottleneck.
Oh, we feed it to you here. We are now walking around in the Singapore Zoo, which is not only known for the large areas they provide for the animals, but also for the great research programs they have. They make sure that they are involved in a lot of programs to make sure animals are not getting extinct. So yeah, that's very good. From all of the zoos in the world, this is definitely one of the best ones. So I don't feel guilty visiting this one. I must say, watching the elephants here in a zoo is a little bit different because we've already been to elephant sanctuary in North Thailand, in Chiang Mai. Check that one out if you haven't seen one, where they could just walk around freely in the nature. So yeah, it's a bit different now looking at the zoo. I mean, the cages are very big. They're not like chained or anything, but it's still a little bit painful to see. So just out of the zoo is the MacRitchie Natural Reserve, and we are quite a bit late because we want to go to the tree walk, but it closes at 4:45. But besides the tree walk, it has like a huge amount of trails you can walk, so definitely good for hiking if you like that, or grabbing a very big camera and spotting animals, right? Yeah, very good. I think for Singapore standards, it's quite good that they have such a large natural reserve, while they have such a small area actually on the whole planet. So I think that's very good that they still preserved quite a large area for that, to make sure people can still enjoy a little bit of quiet time. So for our second day in Singapore, we are going to Universal Studios because that is something we don't have in Europe. So we're gonna check that out here in Singapore.
Here we go. There we go.
She is so happy when we go to a park like this. So.
Stuff that dreams are made of. Special effects, astonishing moments of movie magic. And action. This is the emergency broadcast system.
So that was show one. We got a little bit wet, but it was like really amazing. We got a good jump scare from like a huge metal object coming at us, so really awesome.
That's a big one.
Hey man, I hate fun.
The park is fun to spend the whole day. Unfortunately, it's a bit more regulated than Thailand, so this time no recordings of inside the roller coasters. After we went to Marina Bay, where they have a river inside the shopping mall. It's a huge building, so of course I wanted to see this from above and went to the sky deck. I reserved a time slot around sunset. Sunset wasn't great, but it was really nice to see the city light up. So I think the great thing about Singapore is that you can visit the places day and night. So Garden by the Bay and Marina Bay Hotel. Both things you can actually visit while it's day and it's night, and you can have beautiful sceneries. It's very nice that they have like a show in the evening in this gardens by the Bay. So yeah, definitely recommend it. So we are now at Singapore Airport. There was Kuala Lumpur and Singapore. I hope you liked it. At this airport there's a very famous hall you should go to. There's a big garden. Unfortunately we missed it because we're running out of time, but definitely go visit that one. I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'm seeing you in the next video where we're going to Bali.